The great gaming debate, 60 frames per second, 1080p. We've heard it ever since these consoles got released. Previous gen, we didn't hear a fucking thing on it. So Phil Spencer on lack of 60 frames per second games on Xbox One. He goes on to say 60 FPS not equal to great game. Don't define a game by resolution/frames per second. Now this has come from Phil Spencer himself via Twitter, has shared his views on the ongoing controversial topic whether or not resolution 60 frames per second is the best criteria to declare a particular game as great. Spencer also commented on Sony's PlayStation 4 press conference absence from Gamescom 2015, whether or not Xbox will have their presence at the event, and many more things. But firstly, Spencer commented on a fan question that despite Xbox One being one of the next gen gaming consoles, there is shortage of 60 frames per second games on it, as compared to PlayStation 4. Spencer replied that running a game at 60 FPS doesn't make it a better, and there are a lot of games on Xbox One that support 60 frames per second. But one should not make resolution FPS a parameters to define a quality of the game. Furthermore, Spencer commented on Sony's surprising absence from Gamescom 2015. According to Spencer, Sony's decision of not to attend Gamescom 2015 does make a lot of sense because this year both E3 and Gamescom are pretty close to each other. But lastly, Spencer confirmed that he will be present at Gamescom 2015, and unlike their counterparts, Xbox One press conference will take place at the event. So, what I want to do is get your thoughts on this, guys. Does 1080p 60 frames per second define your gaming experience? Now, I have noticed a few of these games what I've been playing 60 FPS, and it is really nice, you can tell. But like 720p 60 frames per second, 900p 60 frames per second, or 1080p 60 frames per second. Now we know on the PlayStation 4 side there's some 1080p 60 frames per second games have their errors, would I say, and they have to be patched for certain things. The great debate, I don't know much on this, but I mean, the lower the resolution, I think you get better looking games. Now I may be called stupid for this, but I've noticed when Digital Foundry did the comparison videos side by side with each other, I've noticed that some blurring and some textures on the PS4 side of things, but there's games on the PS4 what do have an advantage over the Xbox One when I've seen them, and vice versa. So I just want to know your thoughts, guys, on this whole 1080p 60 frames per second thing. Now we all know DirectX 12 is coming to the Xbox One, mainly benefiting the PC, we all know that. But will this DirectX 12 actually help these developers getting these games fixed at 1080p 60, whatever sort of game it is? We all know Project Cars has just been released. That is a 60 frames per second game, 900p on the Xbox One. I'm not quite sure on the resolution on the PS4 whether it's 1080p or 900p. But anyone who says they can't tell the difference between the frames per second, you can actually tell a difference. Battlefield, you can tell 60 frames per second. FIFA, Forza Horizon, Forza Motorsport 5, So we've had these Forza Horizon 2 and Drive Club, they were locked at 30 frames per second. But with Project Cars, I've been seeing on, I know you say Twitch, don't look at Twitch for a stream, but actually if your device actually supports 60 frames per second, you can actually tell a difference. So let us know what you think, guys. Let us know on this big 1080p debate and the 60 frames per second debate. So I look forward to reading your comments in the comment section. So as I always say, thanks for watching, guys. Keep it gaming and peace out.
Learn today. Hold up, we them boys.
Dream team.
Hold up, we them boys.
Drive your bitch.
Hold up,